Hello, you're all very welcome to this pre-recorded presentation where I'll be giving you a background to why you might consider postgraduate study at Ulster University, and then there will be a focus on the Masters for which I am taking over as course director, and that Masters is the MSc in Strategic Accounting. My name is Ryan Quinn, and if you have any questions after watching this short video, please do feel free to contact me. My details will be at the end of this presentation. So just a bit of a high-level agenda for what I will cover in this video. First, I'll give a little bit of background in around regards to the area of postgraduate study at Ulster, and then I'll be focusing on the course itself, the MSc in Strategic Accounting. So in this slide here, you can see some of the benefits of studying at Ulster University are set out. So if you're considering a change in career, there are some excellent conversion courses available designed to give you a competitive edge in employment. You'll be taught by experts in their fields who bring a wealth of experience into the classroom, and you'll be supported throughout your studies. Suppose by completing the postgraduate study, you'll gain an academic qualification, and the courses themselves do have established links with industry bodies and employers. In regards to the MSc for Strategic Accounting in particular, you'll see the close connection with the accounting professional body, and also as the approved employers this professional body has, so I will touch on that very shortly. Some of the quantifiable benefits are set out here, so just to go through some of these. So in terms of the average extra amount a postgraduate earns compared to graduate college colleagues, so that's around the average is £7,000. 21% in terms of postgraduates are 21% more likely to be in high skilled employment. So there's also the opportunity, I suppose, completing postgraduate study for the increased earnings as well. So there's been data which shows that the higher further you go in terms of postgraduate education, I suppose there's a correlation there with your earnings as well. So that's just some of the quantifiable benefits. Here just are some of the various modes of study and levels that the university offers. So there's full-time, part-time, or distance learning. What I'll be focusing on in this presentation is a full-time MSc Masters program, but there are various options that are available to you. We work with a broad range of industry networks to include professional accreditations where possible. And if I come on to the MSc in Strategic Accounting, you'll see that in play in particular. That's a key feature of this course, is it's linked to the ACCA professional accounting body in terms of completing the exams and obtaining the membership to a globally recognized professional body. So as I say, we'll be covering that when we focus on the background of the course in particular. But in terms of postgraduate study, if you are considering applying to Ulster University, you can apply through the website. I suppose it would make sense to find the programs page on the Ulster website, and links to apply are there. There's no official closing date, I suppose. I'll touch on for this course when in order to start your studies, and it would make sense for the January 2022 intake we're focusing on here. Courses are limited, so do apply early to secure your place. If you do intend to apply for a course that you're aware of already, so for this course, if you're going to come on to the MSc Accounting Extended, the extended version of this course starts in January 2022. In terms of what we call the MSc Accounting Non-Extended, it starts in September, so bear that in mind when I go through the course detail very soon. You can apply for multiple courses, although separate applications are required, and make sure you fully complete the application as well. And if you're in doubt, there is the contact links there as well, so we'll be happy to help with that. Just touching on fees and finance. So courses start from £6,270, but do check with the up-to-date available information on the Ulster website. For the MSc, it's the extended Strategic Accounting. slightly higher than that, and that's just the base figure for postgraduate study, I would say. So do check out the up-to-date fees on the website. There are flexible payment options. If you're a Ulster University student, there's a discount there, as well as discounts for upfront payment. There's also loan options as well, so do check out for the updated information on the website as well, if any of that is applicable to you. I suppose because there is, I'm going to go on to, after this slide, the links between the Strategic Accounting Masters and the ACCA professional qualification, the accounting qualification. So I think I just want to give you a little bit of detail on ACCA first. So what ACCA is, it's the world's leading body for professional accountants. It's a globally recognized qualification. By completing your professional exams with ACCA, you will tap into a global network with more than 233,000 members and over 500,000 students worldwide. ACCA also has over 7,000 approved employers globally, and so it does have strong links to those employers as well. Yeah, the role of the accountant is changing, so ACCA, I suppose, it offers a business qualification, for that fast changing world. So in terms of the requirements to become a member, in terms of the 3 bullet points, they're set out there. So you have 13 exams to complete in total. The structure of those exams I will come on to in a few slides time. You have to, there's 3 years of it's PER, the practical experience requirement. So you have to complete 3 years of that practical experience requirement to become a member. The Strategic Accounting Masters does have a module which embeds a module for you to gain that part of that practical experience. So I'll be discussing that as well. And then the third requirement for membership is to complete the Ethics and Professional Skills module. So I think that brings us on nicely to the MSc Strategic Accounting Extended course. So what we have here is steps set out to become a professional accountant. Now, there are other options to become a professional accountant, but this master's is linked with the ACCA route. So just to talk briefly through the steps in order to become a professional accountant through this route. So step 1, you would complete a BSc, an undergraduate accounting degree, or have what we call the 9 ACCA exemptions. So for the slide directly after that, I'll cover what those are. For this extended route in particular, if you only have, say, 4 of those exemptions, the extended route allows you to get those remaining 5 to then start on the ACCA professional exams path, but that structure will be covered in the next slide. So step 2 then, once you have your 9 ACCA exams or the equivalent exemptions, you would then go on to the MSc Strategic Accounting at Ulster University here. So what that MSc does, it prepares you for the ACCA exams. So you'll, as a result of completing the masters, you will graduate with a master's, as well as everything you need to complete those ACCA exams. And then in terms of the 3-year requirement, there's a module also built in there to help you part complete the 3-year practical experience requirement as well with an organization. And then so you complete the Strategic Accounting Masters there in step 2, and in step 3 you would graduate with your master's qualification, and then you'll be able to undertake your ACCA exams at that stage as well. So all being well, after you've completed this master's, you'll be coming out as a qualified ACCA accountant by completing the ACCA requirements, and you would also come out with a master's in strategic accounting by completing the university assessment. So you can see this is effectively an embedded master's in terms of embedding the ACCA syllabus into the teaching of the masters, as well as obtaining your master's qualification. So what we do have here is on the right hand side, we've got the route to becoming an ACCA member, for which this master's is aligned. So if we take a look at the top here in terms of the strategic professional exams, the MSc, the Masters in Strategic Accounting, covers the teaching to help you undertake those ACCA exams. So there's 2 essential exams to take, the Strategic Business Leader and the Strategic Business Reporting. And then there's 2 optional exams as well out of those 4 grey ones in the top square there that would be needed for the professional ACCA professional exams. But just do note, I want to make you aware that there are additional modules to be taken as part of the wider masters that you'll be obtaining as well. So in terms of going on to that MSc Strategic Accounting, you need to have, I suppose, those 9 exams below there, the applied skills and the applied knowledge, either the exemptions to those or the exams. So in terms of the exemptions, before coming on to this extended route to help you get some of those remaining exemptions, for those 4 exams in the green boxes there: corporate and business law, business and technology, financial accounting and management accounting. You might already have those exemptions if you've completed a degree, which gives you the equivalent of those. So that's probably something before applying you'd maybe want to just check. You can email myself if you've got any concerns over having those exemptions. You might have completed a degree, an undergrad degree, which gives you those exemptions already. So that means you would be able to come on to the extended masters, and on that extended masters then you would obtain those final ACCA exemptions by undertaking the modules in the first 2 semesters effectively of your extended masters, which would be, and then once you have completed the 9 CCA exemptions, you would then go on to that blue box up there in terms of the MSc Strategic Accounting. So hopefully that sets it out in a useful summary. So in terms of what does the extended mean for this masters, so if you're coming on in January, you would be doing the MSc Strategic Accounting extended. So the extended starts in January, and then the MSc, we call it the non-extended, I suppose, for want of a better word, it starts in September. So the MSc Strategic Accounting, it's a 3-semester course. So it starts in September. So there's semester 1 and 2 is in one academic year, and then in the next academic year, it's semester 1 of that. So that's the duration for the non-extended, should we say. So what does this extended element mean? So the extended element effectively is really the 2 semesters before you start the MSc Strategic Accounting masters. So you would do the extended first. To come on to the extended then, it's really based on what exemptions you have of those 9 ACCA required exemptions before you do those professional exams. So if you're at a stage where you had 4 exemptions in terms of in the previous slide, those 4 exemptions, you could then come on to the extended element of the course. So in terms of the criteria to come on to the extended MSc Strategic Accounting, you need 4 ACCA passes or exemptions. So what this extended element would give you is those 5 remaining ACCA exams. So you would start in January and you'd get those remaining exemptions you need, and then you'd start on that MSc Strategic Accounting. So it's the non-extended, we call it then, in September. So hopefully that just sets out the structure of the course and visualizes it quite well. So just what we've discussed there already, so it's effectively an ACCA embedded masters, because it's why that is the case is because ACCA's strategic professional exams are embedded into the teaching of this course. There are additional modules to be completed as well as part of the masters that you'll be doing. So just keep in mind that it is effectively a master's in strategic accounting. And then by doing that masters, you are able to complete the ACCA exams in addition to obtaining a master's. In terms of one of the modules, then it provides the option for work experience to allow you to complete that 3-year PER requirement. So by completing this master's, it provides you the opportunity to complete a master's as well as undertaking your professional accounting exams. In terms of some characteristics unique to Ulster University, so some of the characteristics embedded in the teaching is that all of the ACCA strategic professional papers, in terms of the syllabus, that is included in the teaching. So the assessment, I suppose, of the masters is really based on the content of the syllabus. So by undertaking those university modules, you are receiving the teaching to undertake the ACCA professional exams. I've spoke about that opportunity for the placement. So you would do a strategic, you'd have the option to do a strategic business project as part of the master's, and then that would help you part complete that 3-year requirement as well. So by completing the MSc, the master's element, it's preparing you for your ACCA exams as well. So that's a key feature of the course. Some of the benefits to this route. So you'll get a master's and you'll get your professional exams. There is that placement element, I suppose. So there's an opportunity for a 3-month paid internship with an ACCA approved employer. You've got the flexibility to take the ACCA exams when you want. You will get taught by qualified staff with industry experience, and as I said, there's that global network with ACCA in terms of over 500,000 students. So I mean, you're tapping into a well-recognized global network if you're to do this master's with the ACCA exams and membership route as well. So this slide here shows it just sets out the skills, and so it really just reflects the modules within the ACCA. Some of these are linked to the ACCA exams, and then some of those, then particularly those bottom two, they aren't necessarily ACCA exams, but they're modules that you would do as part of completing the masters to obtain your masters from the Strategic Accounting. So that just sets out some of the skills. So it's really aligned with what employers are looking for as well. In terms of how the course will be taught, it's meant to be delivered, should be delivered on Belfast campus. So there's a caveat with COVID and everything going on, but as I said here, it is to be delivered on Belfast campus. So that is how it is planned to be taught. The start date would be 24th of January 2022. It is a full-time course. So it's just the point here in terms of expectation, in terms of doing that extended element at the start, where you'll be getting your 5 ACCA exemptions over 2 semesters, and then going on to do the masters and your ACCA exams. It would be, I suppose, fairly intense for those 2 years in which it would take. So just do keep that in mind. And then in terms of how you'll be assessed, then come on now to the last few slides. So the extended element, is before you go on to the MSc Strategic Accounting, and that we spoke about. The extended element was at the start in terms of the first 2 semesters. That involves 75% examinations and 25% coursework. The examinations are required to get those exemptions before you can go on to the professional exams. So in terms of the 3-year remaining semesters, when you come on to do the Strategic Accounting Masters, for those 3 semesters, that is 100% coursework. In terms of the university assessment, the university assessment is based on to help you prepare for the ACCA exams. Now, there are no exemptions for those professional exams, so the ACCA exams would have to be taken in addition to the university assessment. In terms of those ACCA exams, the structure of the course lends itself to December and June examination. However, there is options for deferral of those ACCA exams as well. So that's the structure of the course. Just wanted to cover that in respect of there being the master's element, and then the master's preparing you and being aligned with the ACCA exams. But you don't get any exemptions for the ACCA professional exams. You will have to undertake those in addition to the master's assessment. In terms of the entry criteria, so in terms of if you wanted to go on to the extended now in January, you would have to have those 4 ACCA papers, being the applied knowledge modules and the business law. And from that previous slide, the applied knowledge modules were business technology, financial accounting, and management accounting. Depending on the degree you've taken, you might already have the exemption. So that is something, if you possibly have an undergraduate degree already, you may already have 4 exemptions. So this might be the route for you to go on in terms of a January start. However, so if you have your 9 ACCA exemptions, so if you might be in a position where you have completed an accounting undergraduate degree, you might be in a position whereby you have all 9 ACCA exemptions. So you could just start in September then in terms of the MSc Strategic Accounting, the non-extended route. So just depending on your circumstances, there is a few options for you. So if you have any questions, do let me know. And then the final two entry criteria then, I suppose, you have to be enrolled as a student with ACCA before taking the Masters as well, due to the ACCA being embedded. And then there's that IELTS score 6 or above, but that's for overseas students, so that may or may not be applicable to you. So thank you very much. If you have any questions regarding postgraduate study or the course itself, do contact me. My name is Ryan Quinn and my email address is set out in that slide.